Mankato Eye Doctors held a grand opening this month for its surgical suites building, which aims to provide independent physicians with an accessible space for patients to seek specialized eye surgery right here in Mankato. Evan Berg took a look around to hear more about what the facility has to offer.
Establishing this surgery center has been a dream for quite a while now, and our patients have been really supportive of this decision. It's really cut down the wait times for them and allowed them to not travel so far to Rochester and Minneapolis for some of their eye care services.
Mankato Eye Doctors, also known as Ophthalmology Associates, has been practicing in the Mankato area for the past several decades. But its surgery department has been reliant on outside facilities like Mankato Clinic to treat patients. With a new surgical suite, it can now do those procedures in-house.
Reduce wait time for patients, provide a very efficient, smooth surgical experience.
The clinic specializes in cataract surgery, eyelid surgery, and laser surgery, which can be used for glaucoma, LASIK, or post-cataract pacification.
It is a dream for any surgeon to be able to have some of that control so we can provide the care that we want to provide.
The new facility has 15 employees, including nurses, scrub techs, and a group of nurse anesthesiologists that it contracts with from St. Peter.
It's taken a village to get this off the ground. We couldn't do it without our administrator, without the staff that we have, without the contractors, and so we're really grateful for the team that's worked together to make this a reality.
The hope is the facility will be able to continue providing quicker local access to surgeries for years to come. In Mankato, Evan Berg, KEYC News Now.
The new surgical suite claims it's been able to get most of its patients in and out in about 1 hour, emphasizing that having its own local site for surgery makes it able to tackle operations faster and more efficiently.